How's the Han and Leia theme go?
I have no idea.
Na 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 na.
No. No.
The Force Awakens.
Yes, it did.
God damn you. Star Wars, The Force Awakens. It finally came out. Oh, man. Just a release of happy energy. Just, it's good.
Surprisingly, it's good.
I'm not super surprised.
I kind of am, but
You're kind of surprised? Why?
I'm just happy it wasn't bad. Like,
No, it wasn't. And I'm super stoked that it wasn't bad.
and not a lot of lens flares either.
Somebody told JJ, they're like, whoa. This ain't Star Trek, okay? This isn't Super 8. You gotta cool it with the lens flares. Alright, so the movie's out. Word on the street is it's good. I agree with the word on the street.
As do I.
Good. So we're both in agreement here. The movie's good. I think everyone in general thinks the movie's good. While there are flaws, just like every other movie ever made in the history of ever, the movie is good. We got past the prequels. We can just pretend those don't exist again.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess they're all prequels to this one. But we can forget 1, 2, and 3 exist. We're back to the original trilogy. And we're in a good place.
Let's hope we stay there.
So, tell me one thing you really liked about the movie. Your favorite thing. If you could pick your favorite thing from the movie, what was it?
I really like the new characters. They were a lot of fun, especially when they mixed it up with the original cast members, like Han.
But what about the new characters did you like so much?
I don't know. They weren't whiny. Like, that was kind of nice.
Well, I mean,
I like the fact that we have
the good guys weren't whiny. We'll put it at that.
But I like the fact like we have a stormtrooper with a conscience.
Yeah, that was cool.
We have this
And not a clone.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a clone.
Brainwashed child, which was kind of cool. Like, he was taken from his family and then conditioned to be a stormtrooper instead of being a clone. And they also made that one.
I think he was the most well-rounded character out of all.
Well, I think that's why everybody likes the character.
Yeah.
Like, they were bitching about him.
And we're talking about Finn.
I don't know his call sign.
Stormtrooper gone rogue. Now he's a rebel.
I don't know his call sign.
FN
227.
Yeah,
Something like that.
or it was 482 or so, I don't know. You know, stormtrooper code. You know, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Either way, great character. He was well-rounded. He was basically, picture yourself in that scenario. He was supposed to be you, because I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be slaughtering a village of innocent people that didn't do anything.
Right.
I would be leaving that outfit also. So, and then from there, he's always the voice of reason. It's like, what? That's crazy. And then, so throughout the whole movie, he's your tour guide essentially.
Yep.
Which I enjoyed. I really liked the introduction of Rey.
Yeah.
Because she didn't speak for, I think she didn't speak at all until she went to trade that part.
Right.
And then that was her first line, was trading in that part to the giant grumpy guy that
I think was Simon Pegg.
No, I thought Simon Pegg was that alien with the backpack.
Oh, he might have been. I have no
He was
idea.
that practical alien. That other guy that she was trading parts in for food rations was all CG, which was fine. The CG in the movie was okay. You could really tell that they spent a lot of time and money building practical sets and blowing stuff up in real life in front of the actors, so they all had something actually in front of them to react to.
Yeah, it was a nice blend of using both, though. Like,
yeah, the movie
looked
looked gorgeous. It was edited very well. It had a very good pacing. I mean, if I was going to my biggest criticisms of the movie, my biggest ones. I've got two big ones.
What are they?
The first one is I feel like they shoehorned another Death Star into this one.
Oh yeah, they clearly did.
And that was my biggest thing was it's like, really, we're gonna do another Death Star? I was okay with it when I watched the movie though. It's kind of one of those things that the more you think about it, the more it bothers you. But like I said, I love the movie. And then the other thing that I thought was irritating was Kylo Ren or Ben
Solo,
whatever you want to call him.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I mean we're putting this out. It's a spoiler review. Deal with it. If you didn't want to hear us say spoilers, shouldn't have clicked on the video.
Wah-wah.
But his character was so like the parallels between him and young Anakin or Hayden Christensen, Anakin Skywalker. It was just like he's just this bratty teen that's pissed off and throws temper tantrums. Literally throws 2 lightsaber temper tantrums where he just slashes stuff to bits. And it's like, really? We got another one of these guys? Like, he knows how to use the Force, and obviously he's super powerful.
Because he's a Skywalker.
But he gets... Well, I guess.
He has a Skywalker bloodline.
He's got Skywalker, but yeah, he does have that bloodline. But he's such a bitch. And when he takes off his helmet, he's so not scary anymore.
You like his fluffy hair?
As soon as he took off his helmet when he was interrogating Rey, because she basically says, she basically calls him a bitch. And so he takes his helmet out. I'm like, should have kept the helmet on, bro. Should have kept the helmet on. But other than that, I mean, do you have any other qualms? Those are really the 2 big ones.
Well, no, I agree with you. They made Kylo Ren a bitch, but my feeling was that they're trying to set him up to finish his training. Even Grandmaster Snoke, or whatever the heck he's called, Snoke says, "Hey, bring him to me."
Snoke Dogg?
Yeah, Snoke Dogg.
Snoke Doggy Dog!
He told the I think it was Hux that, "Hey, bring Kylo Ren to me so we can finish his training."
Who's Hux, the redhead guy?
Yeah, I think he's one of the guys from Harry Potter. He played Bill, I think. I don't know. But yeah, Hux was the guy that Kylo Ren interacted the most with with the First Order, and Snoke told Hux, "Hey, bring Kylo Ren to me so we can finish his training." So hopefully they're going to make him a badass make him like a badass like Vader was.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the series, if he sticks around that long.
Yeah. And then, I mean, the biggest spoiler in the movie, for anyone that hasn't seen it, Han Solo dies.
No!
Which, you could tell it was coming.
It was coming.
He's a huge part of this movie. Travis was telling me, just before we started, that he's and I totally agree with you, that he was basically the Obi-Wan of this movie, where he takes Finn and Rey and kind of guides them on their hero's journey as they, progress as characters. And, it's crushing because Han Solo is...
Everybody's favorite character?
Well, not everyone's.
A lot of people's favorite character.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm not gonna speak for a lot of people, but
he's the scoundrel with the heart of gold.
He's a beloved Star Wars character. Always has been. And yeah, it was a pretty big hit when he gets just stabbed straight through by his douchey son.
Ooh. Well, he was able to do the one thing Vader could never do, though. He'd kill his family. If you look at it that way.
Yeah, but that doesn't make him more powerful.
No,
than Vader.
That's what I'm saying, though. But he thinks he is. That's why he's so focused. Those scenes with him talking to Vader's helmet, the one scene in there.
Oh, that was what? How did he get the helmet that was that intact?
Probably killed a lot of Ewoks. God willing, hopefully killed a lot of Ewoks.
He went down to Endor and just started slaying Ewoks all over the place. Where's the helmet? Surprised it wasn't buried somewhere or tombed up. You think Luke just left Vader's body on that pyre after Return of the Jedi?
I don't think so either, but I wonder if Luke kept it around as a reminder to himself.
He might have.
Don't go to the dark side.
That was one of the cool things about this movie, which harkens back to A New Hope, is we've got the whole universe is completely changed. 30 years have passed in real time from Return of the Jedi and in movie time, and they don't fill you in really on what's happened.
Right.
The Empire is dissolved. the First Order has taken its place. You've got this new Grand Master Snoke or whatever his name is, and now he's basically your new Emperor figure. And you've got Kylo Ren as your new Vader, and the redheaded guy, I'm totally blanking. That guy doesn't respect Ren because he knows he's basically just Snoke's
little bitch.
Yeah, to put it eloquently, little bitch. And so you've got this you've got this whole new universe to explore, and we've only scratched the surface with the first movie. We only see Luke at the very end. Well, you see him in the flashback when Rey touches his old lightsaber, which was badass because it was the one that he loses in Empire Strikes Back. So how that lightsaber got found and how it came to be was interesting. I like that a lot.
We'll probably figure that out with in the stories.
And then that leads me to think, because Rey, we're tangenting all over the place.
Well, it's so awesome.
But when she touches the lightsaber and she sees Luke and she sees other visions that are things that Luke would know about, that immediately leads me to believe that she is of his bloodline also. Because there's been rumors that she could be his kid, or that she could also be Han and Leia's kid, but I think that's too weird and doesn't really make any sense because they would know.
Wouldn't they recognize her? Or
yeah, they would know, and there would have been something said between her and Han. Because I can't remember what I was watching, but somebody was like, oh yeah, that hug at the end where Leia and Rey are hugging, that's like a motherly hug. It's like, well, yeah, because she was on the adventure with Han when he died, and she knows that Leia and Han had a thing. So it's like, yeah, she's hugging to console Leia because Han Solo just died.
Well, it's also they both have a connection to the Force, so they both probably felt when Han died, that hit them hard, and they could sense each other.
Exactly. And so that leads me to believe that that Rey is Luke's kid. Maybe. Or some... why is that outside the possibility?
I think she's Luke's kid, but I think that maybe he did some Jedi mind trickery to her head to where she doesn't remember.
Well, because she's left on that planet, and all you see is some unknown ship flying away that could be anybody on the ship.
Exactly.
And the thing that makes sense to me is he was probably training Kylo Ren at a very young age. And if she's his daughter, he might have been trying to bring her up too. Kylo Ren's probably a couple years older than she is, and then Kylo Ren goes bad, and he's like, "Well, I gotta get her. I gotta keep her away from me, so that he doesn't know." Kind of what happened with him being hidden from Darth Vader. So it might have been he's like, "Well, maybe if Kylo Ren didn't know that his kid or she wasn't born yet or whatever, and he turned at a very young age or something. I don't know." But that's one of the cool things about this movie is that there's so much backstory that wasn't explained,
and there's so many questions.
It's primed and ready for the next one. This one was because the New Hope wasn't really a cliffhanger movie.
No, it wasn't.
It's a very standalone. And then Empire Strikes Back is a cliffhanger with Han frozen in carbonite and Luke finding out he's his father and all that jazz. So there's going to be a big epic fight. But with this one, it's already building literally a cliffhanger because the movie ends with Luke and Rey on a cliffside. She's a literal cliffhanger.
No words spoken, just her trying to hand back his lightsaber.
Yeah, Luke doesn't have a line of dialogue in this movie, and I can't wait for him to be more involved in the next 2/3 of the trilogy, and hopefully beyond. It's disappointing to see that Harrison Ford won't be in any more of the films, other than maybe in a flashback or something.
Or a Force Ghost, you never know.
He could be a Force Ghost, but yeah, he definitely won't be back in the flesh because the planet turns into a star after it got destroyed.
You know what I also found interesting that I like that they did? So when Han dies and everybody's just emotionally just drained at that point, Chewie goes ham, shoots that little bastard. And that was pretty epic. But that's a great way to explain why Finn is able to hold his own for a little bit in a lightsaber duel against him. And also Rey.
He was injured. Yeah.
So also Rey, why even Rey, the Force was just awakening her, she's able to fight him as well.
What did you think about her force powers progressing so fast?
I was
from when he's like, because obviously your natural instinct, if someone is interrogating you and trying to get information from you, especially if they can like read your mind or whatever, you're gonna try to block it out and think about anything else. But obviously that like triggered something in her to where all of a sudden she could not only block him out, but then she started to read his mind and get inside of his head. And then from there it just snowballed.
Well, see, I was fine with that because I felt like when she grabbed that lightsaber, it just like
Well,
something.
she had all that. She knew how to use that big fighting stick, basically, or whatever.
Well, I'm just saying, like even with the force powers, I felt like something just connected to her, like that something like brought back memories.
I liked it too.
I was fine with it.
I liked it too. I like the scene where she's getting the stormtrooper. She's like testing it because obviously she must have heard stories about Jedi mind tricks, and so she's like, Stormtrooper, you will unlock the, what'd she say?
You will unlock these strengths and leave the door, the cell door.
Yeah,
open.
leave with the door open. And then after a couple failed attempts, it finally works. And then as he's leaving, she's like, "Oh, and drop your weapon." And he's like, "I will drop my weapon."
Want to hear something cool about that?
It was Daniel Craig.
Yep, James Bond.
Yeah, that Stormtrooper was Daniel.
I loved it.
I heard that from somebody today at work. That was pretty funny.
Well, then you rewatch it, you hear his voice. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I only saw the movie once. So
Twice.
He's seen it twice so far.
Probably see it again.
And
Soon.
I'll definitely see it again in theaters while it's still out.
Maybe IMAX. I'm not sure.
I mean, did you have anything else that you did or didn't like about it that stuck out?
I loved BB-8.
Oh, BB-8 was awesome.
He was so funny,
and he was practical, and he was better than R2D2 because he can go up and down stairs. Well, they didn't show him going upstairs. They showed him going downstairs, and he had all those. He had all those little, those little knocks and things
like
coming. All those things coming out, and he's rolling over all those things and around. So it's like super good robot.
Well, he just had a great personality too.
Oh yeah,
like him.
He was like a little dog.
Him and Finn arguing about the base.
He was like a puppy to where R2D2 was like a dog. Well, no, R2D2's like a cat. Because he might come if you call him over.
See, I saw R2D2 in my backing me up instead of BB-8 because R2D2's always got them out of the situations they need.
Yeah, I guess saying R2D2 is a cat is that's unfair. He's pretty damn loyal.
But he was also missing from the movie a lot.
But BB-8, while R2D2 is loyal, BB-8's just like adorable.
Aww.
You're like, oh, little BB-8 doing his little head tilts. That's one thing R2D2 can't do. He can do little sympathetic beeps, but he can't turn his head like a little puppy.
Well, see, I like BB-8's interaction with Finn the most because when Finn is arguing with him to tell him where the rebel base is at after he just escaped from Rey and they're on the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
they do this thumbs up thing and he puts out a lighter and does it. Stuff. That was pretty neat.
I do. I'll give one more thing that kind of irked me a little bit.
What is that?
The on the nose humor in the movie. At times it was a bit much for my taste because I mean Star Wars has always had there's always trickles of humor in there, but I don't know. I think it's kind of like the same thing that JJ did with Star Trek, where it's they want to have like this really punchy or like what Joss Whedon did with the Avengers, where they're like quipping back and forth.
Right.
The line that bothered me the most and had me worried the most was that one right at the I think it's in the first scene.
Yeah, well, the first
action sequence where Kylo Ren lands on the planet and
Poe Dameron.
Poe, yeah, I was going to call him Bo. Poe gets brought over to him and is kneeled on the ground. He's like, so am I supposed to talk first, or are you going to talk, or how's this work? I was like. That made me cringe a little bit because it got the theater to laugh, and I'm like, man, I feel like that was
silly.
I feel like that was real forced in there. Like it felt too forced because
it was forced in The Force Awakens.
hilarious, perfect. That's the kind of humor we're looking for. But at times the humor felt a little forced. It worked naturally. Like a lot of the Han Chewie stuff was just naturally funny because their back and forths were so. It was so genuine, and they have that history. Whereas Poe and Kylo Ren, who have never seen each other before, and Kylo Ren's supposed to be this intimidating figure, and Poe's just gonna like mouth off, and he has no idea how this guy might react. Like this guy just ordered stormtroopers to slaughter everybody, and he's gonna be kneeled there and just try to joke with him. Like I felt it was a little out of place. Sometimes the humor was a bit on the nose and out of place for me, but like I said, overall, love the movie. So happy it's finally out. Can't wait to see it again.
We have 2 years till the next one. Ugh.
But we'll get Rogue One in between.
This is true.
It's Rogue One, right?
Yes, Rogue One. It's about them stealing the plans for the Death Star, I think.
Perfect. Can't wait. Can't wait for never-ending Star Wars.
At least for the next 6 years or so.
Yeah. And if you haven't already, we're going to start trying to do these movie reviews again. What do you say?
Yeah, I'm down. They have to be good movies.
Yeah. We're going to start doing these reviews again. Can't wait to get back into it. Can't wait to hear you guys' feedback. If you haven't already, please follow us on Twitter. Our links are down below. They should be on the screen right now. This has been... Oh, we didn't do an intro, bro.
Let's do an outro then.
Yeah. This has been LocoJandro and Travis Thug Life Williams.
What?
Star Wars Force Awakens. If you haven't seen it, I don't know why you're watching this video. Go see it.
It doesn't suck.
Good. It's great.
Loved it.
We love you.
Thank you, J.J. Abrams.
Bye. Dude.
What?
Where was Boba Fett?
Probably the Sarlacc pit.
Nah, you know he got out of there.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, he definitely got
nowhere
out of there.
He was nowhere in The Force Awakens. He's not getting out. No. Boba Fett is dead.
Wow. You just crossed the line.
I will always cross the line.